Yo, what is going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 fun things to do in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Now, everything I'm going to have listed in this video can be done in the original version of the game as well as the new remastered version of the game. And Oblivion is one of my favorite games of all time, and with the recent release of the remastered version of the game, I thought it'd be necessary to share 10 fun things to do in the game. Now, before I get started, I do want to note that everything that I am going to have listed is all in my opinion, so kind of take everything that I say with a grain of salt, as well as none of these are going to be in order from least to greatest or vice versa. It's just simply 10 fun things to do in the game if you find yourself getting bored or whatever. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to try to get through this as quick as I can so you guys can get back out there and play the game. And yeah, so with all that said, let's get into it. Alright, so the first fun thing that I have listed is going to be character customization. Now, Oblivion has always been kind of notorious for character customization. You can create some pretty wild things with this, and I love how like the sliders and everything have really not changed in the remastered version. I mean, I feel like honestly characters are just as crazy, or you can literally make them just as crazy as the original version of the game, which is kind of awesome. And I also love how in this game there's a lot of like role-playing elements into it, so you can kind of create a really cool backstory, and then if you create a really awesome character, it just kind of goes hand in hand. Like, we know that Bethesda has always been known for having like crazy characters and stuff, but honestly, like, Oblivion is kind of like, in my opinion, like the father of all that. I don't know why, that's just my opinion, but you can create some pretty crazy stuff. All right, so the second thing that I have listed for fun things to do in Oblivion is going to be the arena. I mean, honestly, in my personal opinion, this is probably one of my favorite things to do just because of like the nostalgic factor of the arena. Like, when I was growing up, that was literally like one of the first things that I stumbled upon was the arena, and like just going in and getting trash talked and being like just this pit dog and literally going in and just having to climb the ranks. It was like the coolest thing. Like, I felt like a gladiator. Like, everything that you can kind of do or that revolves around the arena was just so much fun. And honestly, at the beginning of the game, it's a great source of income. There's no strings attached. You just simply go in and just fight your way to the top. And then everything else that you kind of get with it. Like, it's a steady income after the fact. You also get the Adorian Fan out of it. And there's a couple side quests that even, like, partake or, like, you know, that are with the arena. So there's just so much stuff. The announcer, like, the scenery, everything that's involved in the arena is just fun. And I love how it's not even, like, you don't even have to simply fight. You can actually go to the arena and just watch, and that was like one of my coolest features. Like, it was not about like you just going in and just killing. Like, there was like also an open element to it, and I love that. So arena's number 2 on my list. All right, so moving into number 3, once you become the grand champion of the arena, you get the Adorian Fan. The Adorian Fan is like the notorious guy that everybody just wants to go and kill. So number 3 is going to simply be killing the Adorian Fan. But I'm going to change it up a little bit, and I'm basically what I'm doing is taking him to the highest point of the mountain and hitting him off, as you can see in the clips. Like, you could literally do this however you want. I pushed him off. I used, like, the staff or whatever. You can try bows. I've seen people do, paralyze them and push them off that way. There's also some mods that you can do some crazy things, in the past at least. There's so much stuff that you can do with the Adorian Fan, but it's simply just taking him and just disposing of him. And make sure you save the game before you do it, but it's just a lot of fun because he's literally like worships you and follows you around everywhere you go. So when you just deplete him, it's hilarious. All right, so moving on to number 4. This one's going to be exploring with no fast travel. Like, I love how Oblivion in this game, it doesn't necessarily like make you follow a linear path as much as maybe some of the other Bethesda games or even like other action games have done in the past. Like, this one simply allows you to get released from the Imperial prison, and then it's just like free reign. Like, you can literally go do absolutely whatever you want. Now, I know that most RPGs are like that, but this one just feels a little different. It doesn't really hold your hand. Like, yes, you need to go to Wayne on Priory and do stuff like that, but you can literally do anything. You can go to the Dark Brotherhood, you can go to the arena, you can go to any of the other guilds. Like, there's so much stuff to do, but with this one, I'm saying, like, exploring with no fast travel, like, this game is so unique in the amount of things that you can literally find just out in the wild. And I'm not taking away from any other, like, RPG game in the industry. Like, I know there's a lot of other ones that can create memories and do a bunch of stuff like that too. But this one, for me, I just feel like it's special just to go out and explore. Like, there's so much stuff in the wilderness that make it enjoyable and fun. And there's, like, so much to explore. It's just, it's literally something to do. And it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of fun. And it's like peaceful because the music in this game is like legendary. All right, number 5 is going to be put stuff in the Waterfront house and then shoot it with a fireball. It's a very straightforward one, very fun to do. I would recommend doing this. Like in the clip, you see that I have a bunch of furniture because I already like kind of bought all that stuff. But if you really want to make this work and really want to make it special, like I've done this in the past, like way back in the day on like the original Xbox, or not original Xbox, but the 360. Like I used to have the Waterfront house, but I didn't buy any furniture in it. And I literally would just drop all my crap in it. And I remember like towards the late of the game, it got to the point where I'd just spawn in and things would just go flying in the room. So when you add a fireball to it, or especially if you get like a bigger one or like a more powerful one, you could literally like just explode your room. Now the footage that I'm showing is like early in the game, so I didn't really get that opportunity, but you get the idea of it. Like the more crap that you add to that room, you can literally just make it more insane. So it's simply just shooting a fireball at all your belongings. I don't know why, it's just a lot of fun. Okay, so number 6 is going to be a little diabolic. It's taking a poison apple and just disposing of your enemies. You can literally do this in any way you see fit. You get the poison apples throughout the game. I think you get one from Lucian LeChance in the Dark Brotherhood questline, and you also get them from the dude from the Dark Brotherhood. I don't know any other ways to get poison apples. If there is, like, let me know, but honestly, I just don't even know. So either way, more or less, you just take a poison apple, you put it in a position, you watch the subject pass. I don't know, it's fun, and you don't even get in trouble from the law, because you know how in Oblivion you can literally be out in like the absolute middle of nowhere, kill a guy, and people see it for some reason. I don't understand how, but the poison apple literally gets away from that, and you can be invincible. All they got to do is just eat the apple. So it's a lot of fun, and it's really easy to do. You just have to wait a little bit. The setup kind of sucks, but it's worth it, man. It's worth it. All right, so number 7 is going to be the Dark Brotherhood questline. Now, the reason why I'm saying this over every other like guild or faction in Oblivion is because, in my personal opinion, now this is just my personal opinion, the Dark Brotherhood is hands down the best quest in like questline in the Elder Scrolls universe. That's just my opinion, but like the things that you can do in the Elder Scrolls and the way that like Lucian and like how you start it and like the way you end it, it's just so awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Skyrim's. I love like what that was and like how that all like kind of ended up. But for me, I think it's just a nostalgic factor. But like, you know, the quests that they had in it and like the variety and things that you did, it was like, I don't know, it just felt so awesome. So like there's so many just different like unique quests in this quest line, and every single one just feels really engaging. And like it also involves you taking out the guy that like you first see in the game with Valen Dreth. And for me, that's like the most powerful thing. And then you just build off of that. Like, don't get me wrong, the Mages quest line, the Thieves Guild, the main story, like all these other things, the Fighters Guild and stuff, like all these other things in Oblivion are great, but the Dark Brotherhood one for me just stands out. So I gotta say, Dark Brotherhood questline is one of the most fun things that you can do. All right, so number 8 is going to be very, very straightforward. It's just simply causing chaos. You can cause chaos in cities, you can cause chaos wherever you want, but it's a really easy thing to do, and it's really fun. Like what I would recommend, I mean, you can literally do whatever you want, but what I would recommend is just going to like the Market District in the Imperial City, because for some reason there's always like thousands of people that spawn right there in the middle. Kill as many as you can, and then just cause chaos with the guards and run through stores and just make messes. Now, I would recommend that you save before you do this kind of thing, but honestly, if you do want to do it, it could be a lot of fun, and you can kind of see how, like how many guards and stuff you can kind of build up and like try to get away from, and it could be a lot of fun, especially if you do like a lot of different spells or a lot of different things other than like what I did in the clip where I just ran around like an idiot with like my two-handed sword. I would recommend trying to do some other things and like trying to challenge your stuff. Now, if you really want to and you don't want to kill anybody and you still want to cause chaos, killing guards is a great way to level up your abilities, and especially with like the role-playing thing in this game, or like the RPG element of leveling up can be a little difficult as far as compared to other, you know, titles. It's a great way to gain experience in this game. So simply causing chaos can actually be beneficial. It just depends on how much chaos you want to cause. All right, so number 9. This one is a little difficult, and honestly, I'm just gonna start off by saying I've only ever seen this twice in my life. The setup is absolutely atrocious for this, and I would recommend a lot of patience if you're going to do this. But number 9 is going to be Goblin Wars for Oblivion. This still works to this day, even in the remastered version of the game. It's just a really hard thing to set up. More or less, you have to do a quest to kind of initiate it. I mean, it'll be there, but like the quest really helps you gain the understanding of the necessities that you need to start it. But once you do, all you got to do is take the opposing team's goblins, shaman, and drop it off in the other guy's thing. In this clip, I couldn't get it. I spent too many days trying to figure it out, and I'm not going to waste any more time doing it. So I simply just was like, screw it. We're just going to record it. I know it's possible. I've seen people do it on YouTube. It is a little hard to set up, but if you're patient enough, it'll work, and it's a lot of fun. I would recommend, if you're going to do this, to try to be as sneaky as you possibly can. And if you can find like a ring of the chameleon or something that allows you to be invisible so you can sneak past these guys, it's really valuable. Because I kind of found out in my testing that when I was doing it in the remaster version, I was struggling to get these guys to like not attack me. And that's what a lot of people, I think, face with it. It's kind of like a hidden gem in this game, but if you can pull it off and you can witness a Goblin War, it's so much fun. And you can literally create it to be indefinitely, or like indefinite, and you can make it as huge as you possibly can. Like, it's insane. All right, so the last thing I have listed for 10 fun things to do in this game is going to be questing. Questing in Oblivion is just a super unique thing. There's so many different quests. It feels like everywhere you go in this game, there's like something to do, or there's a unique story that some guy has. And I feel like, in my personal opinion, the quests in this game are very like impactful. Like, you don't just feel like you go in and you kind of just do it and like that's it. Like, I know that there's a lot of run here, do this kind of missions, but at the same time, there's a lot of like variety and a lot of like unique stuff that goes on in this. So I have to say questing, like, that's one of my favorite things to do in this game, and it keeps the game kind of flowing. There's so many different quests, especially with the DLCs. It just adds even more to the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So with all that being said, guys, that's my list of 10 fun things to do in the game. I know this was kind of a quick one, but if you guys want to give these a try, let me know how you think about them. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So I appreciate you watching the video. If you did like it, please show some support by liking the video and commenting down in the comment section below. I love to hear your guys' comments, or read your guys' comments for that matter. Anyways, guys, so my name is GoldBolt, and I want to thank you guys for watching this video if you did. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.